Here we go. Welcome to my FMP video presentation. Starting with proposal and pitch. My proposal was making. So what I was intending to make was like a London tourism area where people visit, take photos and enjoy how London is. I decided to change it because it was not in my interest. So I decided to go for the London Underground instead. I've learned classic tweening, a lot of education, including psychographics, Foley, and knowing on how to use tools for both Adobe Animate and Photoshop. In this, the project concept, my idea would be on what trains you could take when you can go to London. If you were to use my own drawings daily in order not to get distracted and work in progress, there will be images that you can use from either my ideas or on Google to show to the teachers to help with my own task. What I realized on working on the high criteria of the topic, the levels need to be matched from a low to a high expectation of research while making an animation of my chosen topic going through a station instead of considering the tourism from other notices. Mostly I won't be using any other equipment in the college to help with the project since the beginning, because I managed to use my own equipment that I brought myself, technically. I'll be able to use any informal stuff or any websites to help me in case I don't know any words I don't understand, which includes like apps like logging onto Adobe Photoshop and Animate due to working the filter gallery when doing more words. For the evaluation, hold on. For the schedule, I managed to work on from pitch and proposal every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. But not when I'm off or on the weekends, since I have other things to do as well. My time management was just a bit stressful since I have a lot of work going on to do with animation and with other things planned for real life. I was half successful in doing those things, but I'm just not that good at planning and scheduling dates and turning up on time. So it was like a solid 50-50 to reach the deadline. For the target audience, I managed to base it on people who are from either my college who are aged 16 to 19. Like their gender can be any race, any ethnicity, as neat as possible. But it would mostly be on the socioeconomic groups, which have students with less money or people who are beginning to earn. My opinion on completing FMP videos appeals to this audience would be they would find it pretty convincing at first, but they won't find it interesting many days later. So it's a solid yes. the research log, I had to find so many websites that have to do with my topic. Thus, it wasn't easy to find that first. But when I looked at Google Scholar, there were so many people who have documented every descriptive moment on what they see about every London Underground trains they see, which kind of helped my research. The surveys, interviews, and questionnaires that audience thinks about my work. Some of them find it very clear and understandable, while others find it unhearable. And oh my God, some other audience would find it not that good. So I managed to make a survey, and I managed to get everybody's results. That some of it needs improvement, and some of it needs. Yeah. The secondary research. There were like websites. There were like websites like Hull Trains, 25 facts about the London Underground. It tells you everything about history and about what art and what design that people have been contributed during all these years that they've made during the times that the subway was being developed. There was also times that they converted old London Underground trains into new British Rail. Like the former District Line trains being converted to a new British Rail Class 230 hybrids. They also talk about experience of when they're going to train depots for guided tours, or they could go to museums and see every single train that they've kept before they get scrapped. For visual contextual research, I searched on every single line and what problems they faced, and what do people say about them. And the best line out of them all is Waterloo and City, since it's just one destination to another and it has less crimes. However, the worst line that you can take is the Central, since it's overheated. They have no security cameras, and they keep being vandalized a lot. For the audio research, I managed to find like some audios from websites like BBC Sound Effects. However, I couldn't use my own ones since due to copyright reasons. So I decided to go to a video game music and used it for my outro. For voiceovers, I used an AI website which can help me schedule the voice very well. Well, audio styles, they need to be very descriptive and very incoherent, and when pronouncing the work. For animation skills that I've learnt, I used cropping, the tool resized. Now I'm continuing. There are 3 or 4 animation and technical skills that I use, like cropping, which resizes the allocation to minimize the image to look more interesting by selecting more detail by adjusting the location in order to make the image perfect and precise. Another one that I used was filter research. I managed to make the project work. I changed the filter of the image that I made in Adobe Photoshop, which can be very symmetrical to other images that I managed to add. In many ways, so that I can manage to get the right paint before I can align the correct filter. For the animating process, I managed to inspire my work off of my production paperwork that I managed to use, including my scripts and storyboards, which I had to write and draw so that I can find the right images or ones that I've taken in real life. The audio needs to be in time with the videos that I've made, with the pictures that I've added or inserted to make things correct. For the test animations, I managed to play from the whole video, checking if there are no errors or any small detail that I have to pay attention to. In the end, I managed to upload the animation on YouTube and ask people to react to it. The audience was full of people in my class. Unless the video could accidentally go viral, as if that would ever happen. There was only 8 responses I received, and more than half liked my project. While the rest, they gave me bad reviews. For my Wix website, I've added every detail from every production, including my images, including some images I used for my video, and I also talked about survey feedback, which has also been added in case these reviews could be legit, not bots. And from the conclusion, how I feel about my project at the end, I feel kind of confident on doing my project. I've enjoyed this year, and there have been many errors and technical issues that I've faced, but I managed to overcome them and make sure that I've managed. I made sure I have worked properly. So, if there are any problems with my animation, just let me know and I could try my best to re-edit it and get it perfect. I hope everyone, if you can hear me, I hope you'll understand. Anyway, that's it with my interview, and I hope this can help everyone who doesn't not understand my topic. And that is far complete.